Fight against ISIS front and center in my exclusive interview with President Obama yesterday. When we spoke in the cabinet room shortly before the strike, the president acknowledged how difficult it will be to eliminate the threat from that deadly terror group. Even your friendly critics, Fareed Zakaria, says that what you have on the ground now is not going to be enough. Every couple of months, you're going to be faced with the same choice, back down or double down.
I think what is true is that this has always been a multi-year project, precisely because the governance structures in the Sunni areas of Iraq are weak, and there are none in Syria. And we don't have ground forces there in sufficient numbers to simply march into al-Raqqa in Syria and clean the whole place out. And as a consequence, we've always understood that our goal has to be militarily constraining ISIL's capabilities, cutting off their supply lines, cutting off their financing.
But ISIS is gaining strength, aren't they?
Well, I don't think they're gaining strength. What is true is that from the start, our goal has been first to contain, and we have contained them. They have not gained ground in Iraq, and in Syria, they'll come in, they'll leave, but you don't see this systematic march by ISIL across the terrain. What we have not yet been able to do is to completely decapitate their command and control structures. We've made some progress in trying to reduce the flow of foreign fighters, and part of our goal has to be to recruit more effective Sunni partners in Iraq to really go on offense rather than simply engage in defense.
So what do you think when you hear someone like Ben Carson get up in debate and say, hey, this would be easy. We can take ISIL out just by bombing their oil fields near Anbar. That's what the general told him.
Yeah. What I think is that he doesn't know much about it. And look, George, I think it's fair to say that over the last several years, I've had access to all the best military minds in the country and all the best foreign policy minds in the country. And I'm not running for office, and so my only interest is in success. And if I'm down in the Situation Room talking with people who have worked in these regions and have run major military operations, from the chairman of my Joint Chiefs of Staff, Joe Dunford, to individuals like General Allen, who was involved in Iraqi operations back in 2007, 2008, and they don't think it's easy, then it's probably not easy. And what we've been able to do is to shape a strategy that first and foremost contained the momentum that ISIL had gained. But until we get the Syria political situation resolved, and until Assad is no longer a lightning rod for Sunnis in Syria, and that entire region is no longer a proxy war for Shia-Sunni conflict, we're going to continue to have problems.
That could take a generation.
Well, I would distinguish between making sure that the place is perfect. That's not going to happen anytime soon. With making sure that ISIL continues to shrink in its scope of operations until it no longer poses the kind of threat that it does, not just primarily to us, but to neighbors in the region like Jordan or Saudi Arabia, and that the humanitarian crisis that's taking place with millions of people who are fleeing the country, that can be relieved.